Yeah, it worked. It worked. Hello, everybody. I'm back once again. People complain of how difficult it is to multi-stream, and it's not. I'm not saying that a small research wouldn't solve all my problems. What I'm saying is actually people are so lazy. Like, I swear streamers have like 5 business days to do shit, even though they work with this, so it's really different. So why am I playing this? I like it a lot. No. Create a file. New game. I'm kind of obsessed with PS1, PS2 platformers that have a fucking license, right?
Here I am, Pismo Beach. Hey, wait a minute. This doesn't look like Pismo Beach. I probably should have turned right at Albuquerque and... Ooh, look at the size of this carrot juice dispenser. Yipes.
Forgot my chat. Forgot my other chat. Oh.
Now, where the heck am I? Maybe the person
Wait,
lives in the
Bugs Bunny said
I'm
hat?
at and how to get out of being at here.
It's from the 60s, right?
Come right in.
Okay.
How do you
He's an
do?
old boy.
My name is Merlin, and I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah? Really? A sorcerer? Come on, let me see a sorcerer. Please, please?
Of course, anything to oblige a guest.
You know, that's a good trick, Moyle, old Goyle. Can you do this one?
Kyokusanagi?
That gave him a hobby, but I still ain't near it to my natural habitat. Sorry to interrupt this entertaining demonstration, but can you tell me where I am?
It seems that you are lost in time, my dear. Here, it's nowhere.
Nowhere? And do you know how I could get back to, somewhere?
Of course I know. You must go from one era to another and find symbols like this. They will open you new locations and will progressively lead you back to present time. All right, listen carefully, Rabbit. Get 10 of these objects to receive a clock symbol. That's it for now. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
So yeah, I fuck heavy with low poly or even. I like licensed platformers. I'm not. I wish I could just go on a tour. Oh god, it's R2 and L2. I wish I could go and just play a lot of these games, especially THQ games. Sadly, Nickelodeon's platformer. What the fuck? While holding the original button, R1, pick up the object with square, and then press R1 again to drop it, or square to throw it. Okay. You know, I don't miss the era where every game was a platformer. Huh. The camera changes direction for my jump. Hold on. So this is a small obstacle course. What does this say? Press I want your answer.
Bounce on some enemies to reach inaccessible objects or grounds.
Jesus. Okay.
You can use objects like mallets to bust an enemy.
Okay. I can use mallets to bust. Bullshit ass game. L2. Combat roll?
You can move some objects using the
Everything R1. Okay, but how, you know, yeah, I cannot just turn this shit back, so, oh yeah, I can, R1, jump, oh no, the boring, no. Nice.
While you're running, try the roll action. It can be used as an attack against enemies.
Okay.
Use the jump or kick action to defeat
Really? Okay.
Psst. If you can't hurt an enemy when he's facing you, try to kick his behind. It could work. You could also try to tire him out first. When he stops,
I like the response to the kick. Yeah, use directional buttons, just swing in the direction. Okay. So yeah, I fuck with this kinds of platformers that use licenses, because I feel it's the closest we'll ever get to like experimentation back in the day. Information. Bugs Bunny, find Gundam, Marilyn. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn this on.
You can pick up objects and throw them to enemies. You can also pick them up, move them, and drop them.
Okay.
To land on explosive objects like TNT boxes without injuries, use the Here's action to softly land on it.
The here's action? Oh, the ears. Okay. Yeah. I wish he had a double jump. That's it. That's 10. Let me see what's across this.
To avoid awakening someone, use the snake.
Yo, what's up,
action.
Boofloof?
It can also be used on fragile
To be honest, every
ground.
PS1 game has that. I don't know if I need to. And if I'm being honest, there is a lot of charm. We lost a lot of optimization. Oh shit! I need to come close. We lost a lot of optimization. That was cool. Even though we don't need it today. You know, League of Legends was a game with a lot of optimization. Because they didn't know how to do the fog. So they added a bunch of
reach a hole and jump.
Bush. My balls. Did you see the weird drama that is happening with Mario Kart? I find it really interesting. It's something that basically confirms my bias. Sadly, people are farming the stupid drama, where the game is kinda lame, if I'm being honest. It's not that the game is bad per se, but the street, each course has like 3 times the size from the original one because of how many people you can play it online. So I don't have 10 golden carrots. Hold up. Maybe inside? When you look at how the game was made, it was made in a way that everything basically looks like a straight. In every shortcut, or even something that takes a skill, for example, throwing your car on the wall so you can get a shortcut, basically has the same time. You don't become faster for being better at the game. And people are kind of not complaining, but they're experimenting right now, looking at the game with this weird eye. But here's the problem: it's not abnormal that shit happened. Because the latest Chocobo GP, which was a sequel to Chocobo Racing, the second sequel, because the original sequel was on. Lost a Bugs Bunny joke. That's sad. The second sequel, because the first sequel was on a mobile phone. that game was full. It's just a straight line. That game is just a straight line. If we look basically all, it's weird that even the most casual games are basically killing the whole design of the game, and the game kind of became open world, right? If you compare to I think it's my last video. No, it's not my last video. That I talk about racing games. I'm complaining basically that the structure of the street basically got bastardized because they want everything to feel easier overall. But it's weird since if you are driving a car, you would want as a game, you would want turns. You don't want to just go on a straight forever. But since we add a bunch of fucking players, right? It's 25 players or something like that online. The street gotta be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's so annoying, and that shit happens to racing games, to normal racing games too. Because of how many people there are, they just force you to play on this giant street. And how can you control the person behind you if the street is basically 5 times of the car size? It's crazy. And people are now comprehending this idea. Now.
Today's hunt is wabbit.
Yeah, wabbit, yeah.
They wanted it to feel bigger so they don't
What's up, dog?
feel like it's a kart racer. Ironically being a kart racer, yes. But here's one of the problems with the idea of open world gaming in a card game. Is that when you create an open world, there's a motive for the street to actually connect 2 places, right? So a lot of people are talking about how they basically have to drive to the race, right? But when you create just courses like it was back in 64, you can make any road you want. You don't need, they are not trying to connect something. Now they basically made a giant map, and these roads, they gotta connect to each other. And the fastest way possible to connect these 2 roads, guess what? Straight line. Why is there jump on the Brontosaurus bridge? That's weird. Can I move this? So there will always be a trail on the ground. Oh god. You know, I always thought that it's not even the racing game the problem, is the like Mario Kart should probably copy the original Crash Tag Team Racing, the first one. Because that game basically doesn't put restrictions or invisible walls and shit. But that would be too much for people. But maybe they should just add some maps like that and give you a jump button. Like they did right now. But some people are even questioning why the rails... Like, why would you even use the rails in the game? And to be honest, I cannot find an answer to that. The radio system seems like out of place. It seems that it doesn't belong with the game somehow. Wow. Okay, so what is this here? They're really trying to insta-kill me with those. This camera doesn't give a fuck where I'm going. Instant kill. I think it's also interesting because people are complaining about the competitive integrity of Mario Kart 3D. We have, for example, fighting games being on this basically downward spiral, trying to appeal to the most casual people, and the games are not selling. It's incredible. They're selling good in terms of fighting games, but they're not selling like they used to. And a lot of people don't like fighting games. That's what I think it's interesting. You don't have people that hate... Oh yeah, the rope. I don't know, he's invincible. Maybe because he's a Looney Tune. Yeah, you cannot kill him. Okay, I can also go back, so... Oh yeah. Forgot about this one. I have even a video planned on all of this, but... Really? But my problem with these kinds of videos is I don't really want to just sit down and complain about shit. Sometimes I want to talk about the things that I like instead of talking about all that. And I don't like being a reactionary YouTuber. I think that's really weird. It's a cycle! Okay, my bad. Didn't know that. Because the truth is, every single game that is trying to dumb themselves down, it's just too late. It's not that people... I did it again. It's not that people don't really care. Yeah, they really do, but it also dumbs down the discourse overall. So we will never have anybody talking about things that are actually important when it's out of season. That means that every bad game, really, every bad game will come out, and then we will start talking about how bad it is. Recently, me complaining about Dark Souls, for example. Oh, the cycle. The cycle starts when I see them. Come here. It's weird to even think about this, but let's say you are a developer and you really want input on some game. You will basically be in the dark until you release your game and people start complaining. And that's weird because we know these genres. We don't need to have a game to complain to. No, that one was bullshit. You know that one was bullshit. We don't need a game to complain. We can talk about the history of problems that some games have. Go down. Go down. Yeah, he hates me. Early 3D, man. And I'm playing with a D-pad because the PS1 didn't have a analog. I also kind of understand that why people would be reactionary, because people basically don't care if things are out of season. You gotta give a seasonal complaint, basically. So a YouTuber asked their reviewers, his viewers, what they wanted to see, and I personally think asking the people what they hardly ever works. 95% of people don't know and don't care. There was a podcast that worked that way. People complained about the topics because every just let it be. Because every topic was basically the current drama that was happening. But when they started asking which topics they should talk about, people were always asking for drama topics in the current Twitter discourse. And that's a good point. That's a good point. That's an actual perfect point. Because we sit down. It's different from, for example, science, right? There's some guy on a fucking hut studying something and he wanna bring it to the forefront. Games are always... basically, they are lost in time until they are not. We could not talk about Ninja Gaiden until they released the Ninja Gaiden Black and the recent... I forgot who's making the game, the Ninja Gaiden 2D. You could not talk about the problems in that game. And, you know, I don't know, this hurts a lot, the landscape on YouTube. Because you either do a video when nobody wants to talk about that shit. For example, my Roslop video. For some reason, there are a lot of people that were really... they were absurdly insulted by the video, and I understand. It's okay. The internet is like that. But when you look at how the reaction for all the games that were announced on Summerfest, the reaction was, so, okay, space game, Souls-like. It's exactly my reaction. What? Shh, be very careful. Okay. I gotta sneak up. God damn. Oh. Nah, man. Please. I like to think about, for example, Joe Rogan, right? He has a famous podcast. Okay, how does he choose his topics? If he were just to reenact every drama that is coming, he would never talk about aliens. He would never talk about the cool shit that he's known for. And to be honest, that's exactly why we don't have a big ass podcast about, you know, games, let's say. A lot of people try and they think it's a good idea. But first off, you will never find the cool devs that everybody wants to talk with. You will never meet Kojimbo and talk with him about genres and whatever the fuck is going on with his company right now. He's talking some crazy shit about death and not passing passing his mantle to the next generation. You will never talk with them, and even if you were to talk with him, what the fuck are you talking with a guy that has like 30 years of experience? You'll probably sit down and talk about how you like fucking Metal Gear, Boktai. You mean Kojima's losing his marbles? Not exactly. He's thinking a lot about his death. Last time I didn't do a video, but I basically profiled, what's his name, the Smash guy. It's not Erika. Whatever, the Smash director. When he started his YouTube channel, I started profiling what he was talking about. He basically wants to teach everybody, but nobody can comprehend what he considers to be good design, right? Oh, why am I trying to do this? Hold on. It doesn't go anywhere. And he is really sad that every time he consults for some company, and he's like trying to guide them in this straight line, somehow they decide to make their own decisions, and every decisions they make don't make any sense. That's what happened back when he started that YouTube channel talking about design and game design and even marketing in game design. That channel is really important. Oh shit. Oh god damn. His influence is really important, but we cannot even gouge his importance, because I don't think even doing videos people understood whatever the fuck he was talking about. Oh, I gotta go all the way. Yeah, my bad. Now, Hideo Kojima is talking a lot about his death, when he passes away, the things he's doing to prevent the people that work with him in his company, right? The one that made Death Stranding, I forgot his company, that they basically go go down without any instructions. So he created a pen drive with information of which games they should do in the future. How? Hello? And he recently added to that, saying that he will not pass his mentor to anybody in the company. His company will die with him. And I understand why. Because the way he perceives games is so different from the people that he works with, that he cannot just choose somebody that doesn't have anything. Also, that shit is run by his name. It's not something that... Bam! It's not something that he can pass, his company without him, people will never get the funding from Sony. They will never do it. Because they know the talent is already gone. Whoever pushed the sales is gone. But he decided to create a pen drive for them to understand. And I want to speculate on what is on that pen drive. And my speculations is his craziness. It's not... Hold up. I completed the level.
Save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Kojima... Basically, Kojima wrote a bunch of ideas that nobody can understand. Sounds to me like they're trying to teach people. Yeah, but sadly we are... Sounds more like to me, he's very eccentric and doesn't know how to explain himself. I'm eccentric myself. I have a really hard time explaining my process or anything to anyone. Well, the only two guys that are trying to basically create a timeline for design and our understanding of games, not design overall, just games, are also the guys that cannot explain themselves, right? Wait, did I enter the wrong place? Exit level. Nice. Oh, I went back because... God damn it.
Good, but you left some stuff behind.
Basically,
Yeah, goodbye,
the only
Moyle.
two guys they are too eccentric, right? Or maybe because shit like this, you gotta have at least experience with whatever you're working with. Sadly, that's my opinion, right? They have basically 80s, 90s experience with games. So when they come up in 2000, and I know they didn't come up in 2000, but when they come up in 2000 and they make their fucking name, it's all because their concept was built during that era way back when. But now, since around, to be honest, 96, but we only felt the impact back in, what, 2005? Where a lot of developers were being... They were contracting a bunch of people that left... They were doing cinema, right? They got a lot of those people. And we felt the impact back in 2010. Those people don't know shit about games, basically. So we've been through these years basically crying about this movement where people that don't play games are creating games, and their creation of games is kind of dumb, if I'm being honest. But nobody wanna see the receipts that we have, right? if you look at how the... I was seeing a video recently about this. People were complaining about cover shooters back in 2013. And people were complaining about games being cinema and being boring as shit because they were cinema. All those complaints stem from the weird perception where new people are making games that don't understand games, right? First off, nobody wanna admit that those people were cooking back in 2012, sadly. And when you understand the kind of the complexity of that movement, you just... For example, it's been years since we've seen a new genre, a real new genre coming from AAA. They have more... They have more money to construct games and have a bunch of interactions in a game, but they cannot create a new genre. The last genre that was created, I would say that is Survivor, right? Is the Survivor walking bullet hell. And that shit was created by an indie dev. But these people, they cannot create new things because they are not gamers, and it's okay for them not to be gamers, but for them to, again, the same fucking jump. It's okay for them not to be gamers, but for them not to be interested in the medium, that's the fucking problem, right? The auto jump. There's an auto jump when you leave any platform. See? Then I did a double jump somehow. You ever wonder if people who get into game dev nowadays are different from the people who live regular lives and normal jobs? No. I think that's the perfect... That's basically the perfect... It's even worse, alright? Because if you look, and this is real... You know, I invested a lot into being a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber yet, but I will be. But here's interesting information. A lot of devs back in the day, back in... 90s, actually was around 88 to the 2000s, the people that were doing RPGs, they are just some nerdy guy that used to play tabletop RPGs. And they created basically the best stories that we ever seen in games. They were the random guy that has a job. They were. But the weird is weird how... It's weird how this environment kind of changed. It's okay for you to be a random guy, but it's not okay for you to never... Oh shit. That's the auto jump. It's not okay for you to work at that shit and not be interested in the medium, right? If you really want to create something, if you really want, you gotta be interested in whatever you're creating. Oh god. You gotta be interested in what you're creating, and sadly, we see this recently on Twitter. We had a lot of devs coming up and saying if they, since Miyazaki from Dark Souls didn't play games, they didn't also, and they were developers. They don't need introduction to the genre. They don't need to understand anything about the game itself, right? And to be honest, that's a hard expose. Especially if you look at the best devs saying that they loved games when they were a kid and shit. And it's the sad state of games right now. What is this? Oh, it's just a shadow. Oh my god. As people started messing up with comics in the West, moved into leading game devs. Yes, exactly. And it's weird how... And by the way, you think that Japan is kind of different, right? I cannot explain the... I gotta remember his fucking name. The guy from Smash. It's so sad that you just rob. This the Smash guy, his problem with the companies that he worked for was that nobody, oh god, was that nobody could basically keep doing great decisions after he left. And I think that's kind of, I don't know, I think that's absurd for us right now. A lot of games are, I like to think, for example, we can abandon games, abandon the idea of interacting with a game in the world. Look at the UIs for the games. What do they tell you? That all the UI developers, the HUD, UI designers, every single one of them, they were ready to make phone games. They were not trying to make good games, different games, whatever that even means. They were trying to be a mobile designer. So the biggest influence from 2012 was mobile games. 2012 to 2016. So you wonder why now people don't comprehend any genre. People don't understand what's going on when you talk to them in, I like to say, philosophical terms, but you do not need a game or even a demo to discuss games, right? You do not need all that. You can discuss games with, oh god, I'm expecting a glide after you do that. You do not need a game to discuss that, but everybody that attempts to do it, normally in my videos when I talk about a concept that doesn't exist, I try to at least create a animation so I can illustrate to people, because I know people are incapable of just discussing the game philosophy, the design, without seeing it. Let me see. I did it again. And I actually have, by the way, a connection that works with consulting games in the... And he consults fighting games. He was talking about how he was consulting fighting games. And when he was consulting fighting games, every other consultant was basically the most competitive, you know, grimy person. Most people I know just wonder why I even care too much. I know. And that's quite sad. Because you know what I don't understand in my mind? Why can't I care about video games as much as the people that cared about cinema, for example? They gave a shit back in the 60s, right? Or whatever, whenever. But nowadays we have this whole structure of people that not only comprehend movies and whatever, and by the way, they were always also hijacked, so you know, shit happens, I guess. I think I'm going off screen for no reason. There's no way to get there. They were always they were also hijacked. I think it's really sad to see that you cannot get a Grammy because your cast is not diverse enough. And it's not even the idea of diversity that bothers me. It's the idea that we are creating rules for what cannot get a fucking. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're basically putting a muzzle. You're basically putting a muzzle in the game and saying, well, in the movie, and it happens also with games, technically speaking. You cannot get some category because you didn't make some type of game or some type of new world, because you didn't make some type of game or some type of. Recently we had a drama. This is, to me at least, is really important. I even posted on Twitter, which a voice actor was complaining that she got a role, and this role was in a apparently porn game, right? And she started speaking like, well, we need regulation to come in to tell you cannot do X scene or Y scene in this kinds of games. This shit is not, this is not considered, the games are not considered art, right? And we always have the, you know, the stupid discourse, well, if games have music, and music is art. If drawing is art and games have drawings, you know, no, let's be real. Why are people trying to put muzzles in the game? You can do any game you want. You do not need to basically put your head down to anybody else. You can create whatever you want. But now we have famous people coming in and say, well, you know, I was contracted to do a voice for girl characters in Anal Blaster 3 and I didn't want to moan in the fucking microphone. Girl, like, please, just don't, you know, don't apply for those jobs. Don't come in and tell, to be honest, I don't even know who would.
Get 5 of these objects.
Like, is it the government? The government will create a part of their government to tell us what we cannot do in a video game? Yeah, just don't take the job. Leave for somebody else. Let me fucking moan on the mic for them. What's up? What is going on? Maybe it's this. Boing. Yeah, there are a lot of topics to talk about, but each one of them is, to me at least, is kind of weird to talk because I have non-orthodox, like, people will not like my opinions in games, right? I just know. It is not even that bothers me, it's just that there are so many that I wish somebody else created the right opinion so I could like the video and say, well, this guy is doing well, I don't need to talk about that. Acme. 1? I hope the one is not a collectible. It's just a representation of how many. Oh shit. Kick the one with the treasure. Yeah, I didn't see the other one.
Great!
That is a part of the issue. Star power dictating creativity just to appease the masses. Hey, look, who we hired. Who cares? You know what's crazy? I don't understand who cares about them. That's what's crazy about it. About this whole system is like, do you really care that they contracted the guy that made movies back in 2000s and nowadays he only makes bad movies? There are a lot of people that didn't make... Ooh, fuck. Almost. There are a lot of people that were contracted by like gaming companies that they didn't make fucking movies for years. We knew them because they made a good movie back in 2005. Like, what's up with that? And to be honest, if you look at the sales for those games, it's not that impressive at all. It's not that impressive at all. What? Oh. Yeah, the chew is not collectible, thank God. Oh, the parasocial relationship has always been toxic form of relationship. Look at all the people who love Burt Reynolds, who was a notorious asshole. You know, I'm such a, like, I care so much about games that I don't even know who Ray Reynolds is. To be honest, you could go deep on like famous people in Hollywood. I don't fucking know who they are. So to me, it's really that one is really difficult. Recently, I don't know if you're into fighting games, but recently they put Ronaldo. They put Ronaldo in Garou Mark of the Wolves, the football player, and they also put fucking Salvatore Ignacci, which nobody knew who he was. And I sat down and watched some guy that I actually respect talking about how marketing works. And he was basically gassing up the marketing for Mark of the Wolves, talking about impressions, right? But the game didn't sold well, apparently. Oh shit, again? The game didn't sold well, apparently, right? The company, I don't think they are really interested in that shit. What I didn't understand out of all of that is why they didn't try to get the rights for example, a JoJo character, or even Naruto character, right? The anime fan base is way more diehard than any other fan base we have, right? The anime fan base, they will like basically follow some characters to the game. One example is the Yu Yu Hakusho Hiei fan base, right? I don't know what to do. Yippee! Okay. Maybe. Yeah, it's not that. Maybe I should get a. Holy shit! This is the. Oh my god, buddy. The checkpoint is all over here? God damn. He was in GTA Vice City since Real 4. Actually playing hassles. I think I need to do this. I hope I'm right. Can I jump with this? Yeah, I can. Oh, no way. Holy shit. Olympic medalist fucking Bugs Bunny? Nice. They disabled my control of the camera. Nice. Oh, 2 hits? Okay. What a nice view. Let me get a better shot. And the boxes are on the way, so we do this. What a nice shot. I can push this box. It is. What? Free? Like this? Let me ask you something. Do you think that games were free in any point in time of the game history, let's say? Oh, the box. God. Yum. I see. You know, I think they weren't free, but the devs tried. Am I just failing the jump? Oh, you gotta use the auto jump. Unless you're sitting next to someone else who just paid. I have a kind of different opinion on that. Not that the games were totally free, right? But I think that some devs just didn't give a fuck, and we gave them money for them not to give a fuck. And the only example that I can point to is GTA. GTA devs didn't give a fuck back in the day. And you can see that basically we had 2 games that tried to we basically had 2 games that portrayed sociopaths or something like that. And one of them is Rockstars, and Rockstars was the most selling games back in the day. Of course, even to this day, but now they kind of give too much of a fuck. It doesn't mean that they didn't get outraged because of their games, right? Oh, you can just run a fucking prostitute over and get the money, the hooker. Yeah, you can do that, but it's also part of the charm of the game, and they didn't give a shit. Driver gave too much of a shit, and they end up basically creating a game that you couldn't run people over, and it's really weird if you think about it. Can you imagine the timeline where Driver was the game we were playing, and you couldn't do nothing that was not? Can I get all the box? Holy shit! This game's technology. Bully, pretty controversial game. Nobody even dares nowadays to create a bully or something close to it. Little buddy? Okay, so this one. No, please don't make me do that. There's no way I need to. Oh man. Fuck. I gotta do that, all that with a box in my hand? Did I miss the jump? The early reviews of GTA 3 IGN was really funny. They said that it doesn't give you any freedom. Wow. That's also another good topic. You know, games, man. When you really think about it, there are a lot of good topics. Can I just jump with all the boxes? Yeah, same jump height, I guess. Let's see. What if I lose the boxes, though? Nice. You know, at least back in the day when people complain, God damn it, when like Christian moms were complaining about games, we didn't said they were right about it, right? That's what bothered me nowadays, because we have this. I don't know if it's weird the word, but people are complaining about some game have sex scenes, for example, or some games having, you know, Japanese games having underage girls with a fucking bikini. You know, it's Japan. We joked about this for years now. No, it's fucking tentacle porn. What the fuck can I do about it? Checkpoint? The roll is so much better than the kick. And if I'm being honest, we have a snitch culture. That's the fucking problem. Being a snitch started paying off. People are getting their checks. 9? You seen people trying to snitch on people hacking the Switch shoe. You know, I talk basically every day about the Nintendo snitches. That story about Power World, that shit boils my fucking blood, man. It all, like, that shit all started with people like, no, Nintendo, please sue them. And now that they are suing for basic mechanics, people are complaining that Nintendo is evil. But the whole discourse on the internet was that since that game was copying designs, which is not really accurate to whatever was going on, but and now Nintendo is evil. But when we basically start snitching on them, we don't really care. We think the people that are doing it are right. Oh no. God damn it. Early 3D. Yo, if I'm being honest, this fucking Bugs Bunny doesn't... Bugs Bunny doesn't talk a lot in this game. I wish he'd talk a little more. And this whole I'm doing a video about, I don't even remember what the fuck I'm doing a video about. But the video actually had to enter a little bit about some cases that happened back in the 90s. And back in the 2000s, Nintendo... Oh shit. Nintendo sued the Fire Emblem creator for creating a game that was that had like basically basic mechanics for... I have to read, do not feed the sharks. Okay. So I gotta throw in the water, of course, of course. Where the fuck the shark is going? Okay. Let me try to jump there. Oh, can I? And of course, they basically went and said that the Tier Ring Saga was so close to Fire Emblem because it showed stats in a fucking game and whatever. And all those, they actually lost that legal dispute, right? But then I remembered that some journalists were saying that Nintendo never lost a legal dispute What the fuck you talking about? I'm feeding the shark, I guess. Yeah. Should I just wait for the shark and throw close to the whatever? Oh, it's really difficult with the limited distance. Rendering distance is destroying me right now. Look at that! Oh shit. Oh, I understand now. What the fuck am I even doing? Can I pick up the bombs? Of course I can. Fuck off. Why? Oh, probably because he instant kills you. Let me just see. I got a pole jump and then... Nope. Fighting back against Nintendo. Yeah, you're right, but at the same time, it's weird since we have basically three... We have three companies that sued some other company for stealing their intellectual property, which were basically mechanics for a game. We have three of them. One of them being Capcom. Capcom with Fighting's History. In Fighting's History, they were saying that the game was basically a clone, and the end of that one is basically... I forgot the name. It's Jury's Prediction, whatever. Like, it doesn't have consistency. The law doesn't have consistency. What the fuck is going on? How did they lost in the Japanese court? 96 Fighters History dispute. But now Nintendo can go and sue Pocket Pair. What the fuck is going on? Because they copyright? They did a copyright on fucking throwing a ball and summoning something? Jesus Christ. This guy's the best goalie that I ever seen. And also, by the way, they are journalists. They gotta do their work. If me, a random YouTuber, know about the whatever, like, please. Yeah, it's just over. But you know, that word doesn't really mean shit, right? Who cares? Oh yeah. Somehow this one, he... Sadly, there is no difference between the ones that become tired and the ones that don't. Let me put underground quick. Okay. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Torch. Dude, how are you supposed to get a chance to talk to these people without saying what they want you to? Why would I interview with someone who would tell the truth? Oh, you know. I mean, truth got me here, you know, so I just expect a little bit of it. A little bit. Just a little bit. God damn it. Oh no! Oh no 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 no! I mean, this checkpoint fucked me up, man. This mechanic doesn't work. Just doesn't. What? It's not even my fault. I'm not pessimistic about humanity, but anyone be foolish to expect everyone to be a bit third in some ways. It's just a way to survival. Well, in some way, I'm expecting people to be turned, right? Because why would you say a fucking lie that is so, like, blatant? It's so easy to call off. Are you trying to get dunked on Twitter, right? People are making careers out of calling out dumb shit. It's not even difficult to find what's wrong with somebody's opinion. It's like, holy shit, I didn't see this one. Oh! Okay, back at it again. Am I going crazy? I'm starting to basically look at jumps and see, wow, is this even possible? Okay, what do I do now? I have this item, but nowhere to put it. Wait. Oh, we start right here. Okay. Oh, we don't. Hold on. I cannot hold an item and go through the pool, so Pokemon go to the pool. Boop. People make careers of being the dumb shit that gets called out. True. To be honest, I really thought about the dead internet theory on that one, because holy shit. You go and you look at somebody. Oh, right there. Found it. You look at the comment section and there are people agreeing with some dumb shit. Couldn't be me. Okay, where was that? It should have been right there. The SB. I can't even be mad on DSP. Like, get your money, king. We're keeping him like we keep, for example, museums up. I remember a video that I saw that people were... that a guy was giving a seminar about... basically... he was talking about how, you know, how wheezy something should be. And he used a clip of DSP getting lost in a straight line, saying that the game wasn't clear enough. So, god damn, we're going bottom of the barrel with what we're basing our design with. God damn. Okay, I think it's right here. I think this is the first attempt of the game to create a non-linear map so you can backtrack and shit, and I'm lost. I'm just lost. Call DSP, I'm lost too. The problem is that they flashed where I should go, and I still don't know where is it. I tried to footsie his fucking bike somehow. It's kind of offensive to be compared to DSP. DSP is likely the average human and gamer, though. Really? You know, I don't know. Because I have a lot of friends that don't play games, and sometimes I force them to play a game so I can see how they react. Sometimes even my girlfriend plays some games for me, and I never seen somebody like, oh, I don't know where to go. The devs are so fucking dumb. God damn it. I never seen that one. Yippee! I found it. Damn. His attack speed is absurd right there. Okay, now it's way back there. I want to try the bone shrine. But that doesn't matter. Why? Huh. Excuse me, Bugs? To be fair, if your girlfriend was that dumb, you likely wouldn't date her. You know, I wouldn't judge her as like... I wouldn't judge her based on games, though. Because I know some games are really difficult to understand. Like, not everybody is like, for example, optimizing the numbers, for example, in an RPG game, right? Does that mean that they are really, really dumb? Yes, of course they are inferior. Where's the umbrella? Yeah. Oh, shit. But yeah, if she was close to DSP, I would just just end our relationship right there. Yeah, I can roll. It was really bad game. She's not dumb, you know. You know, let's be fair to DSP. At least he's living, right? He takes baths. He can clean after himself, you know. He's not dying from hunger. I forgot to look at this. Oh yeah. Kick. Or he won't shut the hell up. Yeah. I like Bubsy though. Yeah, Bubsy! Bubsy somehow survived all this time? I cannot talk shit on a guy that survived the platform bombing from 2003, right? The man is so paranoid he won't leave his house. That isn't life, man. I didn't know that. He gave me another bomb. Thank God. Oh. No way. Three stages on this level. Oh shit.
Come back here, you mangy mutant-bearing rabbit! Fire! Fire!
Isn't this a Crash Bandicoot? Crash, crash, crash. Crash Bandicoot. This is a Crash Bandicoot, boys. If I'm not mistaken. But with Hode. God damn. What?
That you mangy mute-fearing rabbit! Fire! Fire!
Not cool. One for you. Oh, it goes directly. Okay. Hello? Bugs? The last movie from Looney Tunes was kind of dog shit. No, I cannot interact with that, sadly. The last movie was really... I want to see the Coyote movie, but the last one was...
Some stuff behind you.
It's not that it's unfunny, it's that the people that made the movie were really excited to work on a Looney Tunes, and they thought that they were bringing Looney Tunes back.
Position.
And they were too excited, but they had no execution.
Yeah. Goodbye, Moyle.
Oh, did I get almost all of them? God damn. Oh, go next. Let me leave, please. Okay. Sorry about you don't have the super jump ability. 10. Oh, that was the last golden carrot. No, that wasn't. Good atmosphere. What? If I kick every trash, and I get a secret. For sure. $50 clocks. This game is gigantic. Probably have what? 18? 90? God damn.
Let's get out of here, Muggsy.
Okay, boss.
Hey!
The Big Bang withdrawal. That loading was fast as shit. Oh no.
Hey!
Oh, of course. Oh, you gotta go back and kick it again. No. Oh no. Really? Oh, the bone mechanic. Oh shit. I didn't see that shit. I didn't see that shit because of the bone mechanic. Of course it's not that one. Stupid as bone mechanic. Okay, he's stun locked. Of course, it went right when I jump. Yippee! Do I have to do 2 more times for the other carrots? What? Excuse me? Let's go. Am I this zone? God damn it. Up right, up left, bottom right. Really? What do you hope for your game from YouTube? Money? No. Man. I just want people to talk about something else. That would be fucking awesome. I wanna see people's opinion about shit. I wanna have meaningful conversations. It's weird to say this, but I wanna have meaningful conversations that have and see people become more literate on games, right? It doesn't need to be my vision or philosophy or any of that for games. It just needs to be some philosophy, right? Because what we are getting right now is... What we are getting right now is basically the closest to people not making decisions, right? People don't wanna have their, don't wanna make games their own. If I could like go extreme to the point of my YouTube channel in specific, I would really love to just see a different... Where's the last box? I use him? No, I cannot. Here's what I'm going to do. Hold on. Okay. Should I get his dead body? Am I missing a box? Oh! Bugs, you lie? Bugs Bunny? Friendly Bugs? You know, I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of ideas, but I need to go to the bathroom, and I come back and restart this shit. Okay, I have an idea, a perfect idea to how I can put this. If I could achieve something with my YouTube channel, I would love to actually achieve what... Fuck it, I'm gonna stop calling him director, hold up. We do this.
But you left some stuff behind you. Let me save your position.
Okay, I would actually want to achieve whatever Masahiro Sakurai wanted. It's probably impossible, but it doesn't mean that I cannot try. I would want people to not... They don't need to understand every single aspect of games. They just need to comprehend that we have a real tangible history, and we have a different...
Let's get out of here.
We have something solid, and it's not something that can be just... Games are not just random... Basically random puzzle pieces that don't connect anywhere. But, again, there are a lot more objectives with this channel. To be honest, of course, representing my view is also really important for me. Representing my view on games, because if the only things that we can talk about is how you love basically games, it's really weird, right? So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's just tough. God damn it, Bugs. I don't need to interact with this anymore. Goodbye. Goodbye. Shit. But sadly, you know, I think people are not ready, but they will never be ready if I don't try. Because, for example, I really wanted to talk about how there are some games that were never... Some old games were never surpassed. Can you imagine something like from the 80s that was never surpassed in one aspect in game? Okay. But that actually happens. Recently I was seeing people talk about Memo. It's a dating sim. And apparently there's no way, there's no game that is better than the second Memo. And I understand why. I think about cars a lot in that way. Like, something that is old is actually way better than recent. Or car games. Why didn't it work the last time? Let me get the... yeah. And I think like that, and you know, I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong business, right? Maybe I'm in the wrong business, but sometimes I sit down and I talk with my friends, and I come up with some concepts, and I'm like wondering why games are so... Why games are so simple in a way. We can never get something that is... The word is not even impressive, it's like decent enough. And I feel that way not only in genres, right? But some shit that doesn't even exist, and I'm wonder why people don't take the action. I'm sorry, but my last video about Souls-like, one of my complaints is basically, well, you created a game that is a Souls game, but you got a gun. You're not dodging with a close-ranged weapon. You have a long-ranged weapon, but the structure of the game doesn't align to be a game about long range, right? So, for example, and this is something that I don't say explicitly in the game because I think it gets kind of boring, but the game has no verticality. You're always aiming in a playing field, so you're always basically aiming head level, right? And that's normal for Counter-Strike. But that's where you're creating a Souls game would actually change that, right? You could make a character that is so small that his head level is not... It's half of the original body. You can make let's say a giraffe enemy that he basically puts his head under the ground, so you cannot just get a headshot. Because if you create a game and you do not, especially a shooting game, and you do not need to move vertically, what's the fucking point of the game? It's okay for you to hold still the camera in some side in a fucking Souls game, right? Hack and slash. But the idea of verticality in a shooter is really important, and we are basically we're missing this. They made that for people like DSP. He was playing Lies of P. Isn't it Lies of P? Whatever. He got a hold of a bow. He wouldn't stop using the damn thing. It killed the entire flow of the game. Yeah. And I think a lot of these, I don't know, man, it's not even about something being easy or difficult. It's about, do you want new experiences in game? The last time I streamed, I talked about how the last time I streamed, I talked about the idea that I forgot. I just forgot because of the door. This stupid door, man. That didn't kill him? Okay, let's try to understand the design without the hint. Why? Does the bomb spawn? Do I need to do something with that bomb? No, probably. Oh yeah, I talked about games having the same experience always. Exit? Door's locked. You need a bunny key. And there is this theory which nobody really talks about because we are not now within games we don't talk about in games we don't talk about where the industry is going. We try not to talk about that. Or where something could go conceptually. Even back in the day we had people that actually talked about that and it was really fucking cool. And apparently the acceptable explanation for why games basically look the same and always have the same genres and whatever is actually that they are trying to create this AI that makes games way easier to make. And when this AI gets to a point where they make when the graphical fidelity in games becomes so easy to do that every game looks fucking insane, they will finally focus on creating new experiences and new gameplay ideas instead of even, let's say, rehashing ideas, right? Which is what we are getting. We no shot. We had fucking 30 fucking open world game RPG. We had that. We don't need anymore. But now we had fucking, what's the name of that game? Diablo games. We had a lot of them back in the day. It's not that we don't need it anymore, but if you will not add anything to the formula, we don't need you like just hanging out and creating another one of those, right? But the wide consensus is that there is a threshold in graphical fidelity that we will pass, and finally we can actually experience with game. My problem with that idea is that we will basically forget on how to do that, because we basically sat down and ignored for so much time that we basically will forget about that. And if you look nowadays, like current state of games, we basically forgot about, for example, AI. We don't know how to create games AI. How the NPC interacts with us. AI now means fucking, a bunch of shit. I like to use the word mob because of mobs of, yeah, that shit. I like to use the word mob because of Minecraft, right? The idea that creeper explodes close to you. That's something that the AI would do back in the day, right? So we have some games, for example, Assassin's Creed. And Assassin's Creed has an AI problem. The AI cannot comprehend what the fuck is going on with the level design. But then you look at Oh! What? He glitched out. He glitched out. Thank God I'm invincible. The AI cannot understand the complexity of the landscape in the game. And maybe, you know, that's because they didn't put as much time to develop this AI. Well, they had the AI from the last game that actually understood the game and understood the level design, but now the AI cannot interact with you. It's becoming more and more lost technology, right? And people, sometimes you see developers talking about the UI on Xbox. The UI on the original Xbox or even the 360 Xbox and how fast it is. Oh, no, we cannot do that anymore. We don't even know how to program that. Hold up. So we can forget on how to do stuff when you basically... If we stop doing something for so much time, we can actually forget how to develop that technology. In my opinion, that's exactly what is happening to games. We're basically forgetting on how to create new... the word is new genres for games, right? Why is that so crazy? The idea that we are forgetting shit. Well, because... to unpack this shit is really difficult. It's really... You need a bunny key. I already killed everybody, man. Maybe I gotta kick it. Bunny key. I could literally care less about graphics. I think the point is an excuse to sell more expensive hardware. We have a lot of problems if we go down that route, because we also have the problem with Unreal Engine being the standard, and everybody, you know. Half of the problems is Unreal, apparently. Should I just destroy that? Cool secret room. There's something here? Yes.
Great!
Ooh, understood. Spray and pray? He insta-locks my ass if I... Buddy, like... If you think about it, if we're being honest, the AI on racing games really shit nowadays. The physics in racing games really shit, right? The more you look around, you basically understand what I say, where people just forgot on how to do all that. It's a bunch of little things that will add up at the end, but everybody is so focused on graphical fidelity. I believe that the truth. This is the truth. I believe that we will get to somewhere on the future where we, let's say, this utopia. They say it exists, right? This utopia is somewhere. We don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. To fucking 20 years from now. Who cares? It doesn't matter when. When we get there, we will actually have to rethink every aspect of game design that we had, starting from back in fucking 80s. We will have to review, we will have to re-understand, and that doesn't seem optimal to me. That doesn't seem optimal. That's it. God damn it. That doesn't seem optimal to me because it's just... If you see how people look, oh god, can I kill him? First we roll. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, you made me start thinking about all these topics that I need to basically make fucking 7-minute videos for some fucking reason. I miss when game design wasn't just, hey, aren't you nostalgic for this? Remember this? Yeah, I do now. Leave it alone. You know what I miss the most? The idea that the people were trying to explore shit. Instead of, like, they basically... It's a weird idea where they were trying to... When a company was trying to create a game, even if it was based on some other game, they were actually trying to make the game, like... They had their way of making that game, right? For example, if you see any copy, Dynasty Warriors, right? From Koei Tecmo. We had Konami making a Warriors game, but they decided that that Warriors game would have basically 1,000 fucking characters on the screen. And that actually happens in the game. But you would only have one character, and you would be playing him the whole extent of the game, right? It is a straight up Warriors clone, but it's not in terms of the way they thought about the design. What we are seeing is, for example, we do not need another. We don't need another Souls game. Do I need to jump in? Shoot! Fuck. I don't know. We don't need another... Like... The idea that a Souls game gotta have a fucking bonfire. We don't need a bonfire. Right? But to even say that nowadays sounds apparently crazy for people. So we have a long way to go. Okay, I understand the developer's intent with all of this. Oh, it's not. Huh. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. No way. You need the bunny key. Don't have anything right here. I thought maybe the fucking chair? No?
Hey! 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 Hey!
Depending on everything and everyone thinks I'm just cynical or hate everything. You know, I'm gonna say that that's not that's not good for you, but you know, it's fair. It's fair. I tried fucking 5 times going through that shit. Must be something with the camera, if I'm thinking about it. Ooh.
Hey!
Where's the hammer? No way, I gotta bait him outside? What is going on? Get up!
Hey!
What? No, I have good opinion on things. They never hit those up. Well, which kind of games do you like right now? Give me a good give one of good opinions that you have. How about this? Okay, he just sprays my eyes.
Get that rabbit, Muggsy!
Interesting. You gotta go full 360 on his ass.
Yippee!
Wake up! Hey! Get that rabbit, Muggsy!
This game is really good.
Hey!
Bam.
Hey.
Still gotta believe that indie game did so much with its complexity movement. Remember how we're talking about games having innovated in the past to surpass them? Sogata is one of the games that does. Yep, I see that a lot. But there is one thing that I might add to all of that, which is, have you ever played Guns the Duel?
Moxie, wake up. Hey.
I have not.
Great.
Interesting. Because Guns the Duel is like quite the pinnacle of third-person 3D movement
Good,
somehow.
But you left some
The game is
stuff
from,
behind
I think,
you.
2003 or 2005, either.
Please save
From
your
Korea.
position.
Korea at that time was exploring with creating a 3D,
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
basically a 3D online brawler. We have 3D 1v1 brawlers too, but the devs, they basically, well, they basically added cancels to the game. It's some crazy shit where the devs, they actually intended for you to break the game in a way, so the game you can slash the wall, jump, and dash all at the same time, and the whole game. And of course, it's an online game. It's meant to be competitive and played with other people. But let's say the basic structure on how you fight the enemy is like unlike any other game I've ever played. And I played the other games that were inspired by this one, and all of them were laggy. Yeah. I have a fucking giant video to create about that game. Not the game itself, but the idea of the game, where the devs basically they fucked up the game a lot. But the animations of the game were meant to be fucked up too. So you change like sword to shotgun, and the character basically, it's kind of sick in a way, because the character gets the shotgun with one hand, the shotgun fucking shoots the bullet, and he gets the sword back. It's so fucking crazy, the structure of the game. And yeah, I also like a lot Pistol-Galia. Wait, what? Yeah, the pirate ears. Let me go back to this one. Ooh. No, this one. And you know, I think it starts that way, by the way. You gotta look where the last improvement was. It's a timeline, right? You gotta improve on something that somebody else did, and you know, when you see all that, you understand where. Ooh. I like this episode. Love this reference. Bugs Bunny is not talking at all. Wait, what? I heard it's duck season. I wonder how I was supposed to break the glass. To break the glass on glass. It didn't make any sense. Zero! Oh, hold up. He won. I'm retarded. God damn. My brain just farted then. Bam. Bam. I like how I can just roll on that shit. Now I gotta just camp his ass. Also, by the way, the YouTube landscape is really fucked up also. Some videos that I think are really interesting, it's difficult to even think about a title for it. You know, it's YouTube. You gotta kind of clickbait people or even give him a small summary of what's going on. How do I even say the last improvement in this genre? Last games should do improvement in this genre. That's the whole. I will compile a lot of games that were the last improvement in some aspect, and I will compile them in one video and put on YouTube, and people will not click it because the fucking title is not good. You don't understand what I'm saying? It's really annoying, that shit. 18. 1 clock, 0 on their carrots. Okay, so there's God damn. Yeah, I see. Here's why your favorite game is shit. It would be easier if I was like somebody that already had a big following, right? Uh, 17 golden carrots. 100 clocks? 35 clocks? Hold on. I don't have the super jump. I already got all the clocks. This can be yours for just 99 carats, a bargain. 6 clocks, okay, so we have 6 clocks in here. I'm gonna try it again, I guess. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to basically get some of my videos, like the ones that does not have that much information, up first, and then so I can like at least gather some people. Oh god, it's some of the basically some of the worst decisioning ever. think it's bottom. Yep. I think it's top right. It's likely because of the title. The fact he didn't agree with big content creators at the time. It was probably the complain about Sonic or die era. And I'm being honest when I say this. Recently, I kind of understood not only the... I understood the Sonic as a franchise. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of sad that it took so long for people to even be capable of explaining something like that. Because the vast majority of hate for Sonic was, at least originally, you know, right? Later on, people became fucking obsessed with talking about Sonic. Was that it wasn't like the original 2D platformer that everybody loved. And I can understand that, but if you... to be honest, if everybody said, like, read the comic and enjoy the Hollywood nature of this game, I think a lot of people would have understood. Never a YouTube video ever. I never had a YouTube. Make my hair stand up. That one. Can you give me the name? I have a lot of videos that are like that. I basically... Can I just jump down? Holy shit! I get a lot of inspiration by doing by looking at that. My favorite is there a second person game? Something like that, the name of the title. And it's a guy seeing like how there's what Driver is one of the games that has second person driving or something like that, and it's really fucking cool, the idea. It's just sit down and discuss the the creator's name is called Comparative Sonic. That's a good name though. That's a good fucking name. Sadly not good enough for YouTube landscape, right? Beep. Boop. We make videos forever and somehow 100k subs. That's not even sad, that's like the worst reality ever, because nowadays apparently people can get like 20k subs, 100k subs like this. So you look, even with 100k subs, you look like a random on YouTube. It's really crazy. Got him. Okay, so how do I break this? Let me get a... Okay, it starts right here. I can go right here. Let me try to footsie my way out of this one. I don't even understand that. I will get requested the most boring people on earth that have nothing to say all the time. I'm kind of scared nowadays about that because tell me if you ever got this. Like, you look at a video, it has a great title, and then you click it and the guy is reading the fucking Wikipedia. It's so fucking weird. What the fuck is going on? We went that much down the hill? I have a conspiracy about that. Which is that since YouTube, remember 2013 where a lot of people didn't play games? They were just watching YouTubers do let's plays of games, right? That created an audience that doesn't play games, and they basically care about probably what? Minecraft, Fortnite. And those people, they basically don't play games, they just consume games. So now we have this documentary scene on YouTube of people that don't play games, so you gotta give them so much context. And here's my, it's not even a proof, but here's my proof for that idea that I'm talking about. Back in the day, if you go back to 2012, 2011 even, and get those old YouTubers like Angry Video Game Nerd. Angry Video Game Nerd used to do like, you remember when Castlevania, where you had a perfect control of your character? Yeah, this game is not like that one. You don't see that anymore. You don't see people branching out to other series. They always gotta stick to the reality that the video is in. So let's say I'm talking about Halo, right? I can never bring Counter-Strike. I can never bring any other game because I gotta explain to them in the reality that this game is settled. So I gotta explain the mechanic. Well, I'm going to basically dissect the whole mechanic in the game. You cannot go and say, well, it's just like Apex Legend, because people didn't play the Apex Legend. Yes, I'm one of those people. She doesn't play games, but she will watch another people play them. Yeah, I know. My girlfriend is also like that, but she actually plays some games, right? Sometimes I also give her other games. She, to be honest, she likes a lot. My ex, she played only League, for example, and that's good. What's going on here, bro? What? Oh, no, no, no. My girlfriend only played League, dude. Yeah. Interesting. That's fucking... Because this shit felt some type of way about they changing the game to WASD, the WASD. Or is here shit? Oh, fuck. Okay, 2 hits. I never played League. I like myself. I played League a lot. I actually, because I played Dota originally, and then I played Heroes of New Earth. No, because I played some other games. I also. What? I can do that? Hold up. No way, that's the puzzle. That puzzle is absurd. Yeah, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Holy shit! Hold up. How? How can I get here and this is not the answer? Okay, now why? You know, this game is fucked. Yeah, I'm soft locked now. Wait, what? Yeah, come on. Well, boo fucking who? So this is the boss area. The boss areas. Yeah, I gotta solve the last puzzle there. The only way for me to solve... Oh, I understand now. I wish. I thought that if I clipped enough on the side wall, I could have actually get the key without breaking the glass. But now I understand.
Thanks, Moyle.
I don't even know where's the other clock.
Get out of here.
There's another clock that I'm totally missing, and I don't know where it is. Let me go back in the topic that I didn't even expand, but there's this game called Ikimemo whatever, right? And apparently I was seeing some guy talk about the game, and the game still hasn't been surpassed all these years later. Because the original devs were Konami, if I'm not mistaken. And they basically made a successful dating sim, right? And what happens is that the second game, they decided to basically make the most AAA they could do at the time. And that basically fucked up the series and the whole entire genre, because nobody had that level of refinement to actually create so many events in a dating game. And to this day, we kinda see that, because every game that comes out that is a dating scene, it either adopts a novel version or it adopts a... Was afraid of the dog. Or they create basically a linear story with not that many options. I'm retarded, I forgot because I was thinking about Iki Memo. Rest in peace. It's not even that hard. Hold up. Let me lock in. And it doesn't really help that any other people that create a dating sim go for like ultra anime that is not from the 80s or whatever. So the characters become kinda unrealistic. And since the genre kinda died. Oh no! Hold up, I can do that? Dating sims, man. Come back to 2010, then... Yeah, exactly. But I think the ones that you are talking about are kind of novels more than dating sims, but they have dating themes, right? There's still a whole like... Oh shit. There is still a lot of people that are interested in the dating sims in general, but the landscape became kind of too meta, even for me, right? Because they basically took the worst part of what's the name of that game, dog? Doki Doki Literature Club. They took the worst part of Doki Doki and they decided to expand on it. Instead of actually going down the hill of, well, let's refine the characters. Let's refine the stories. And I actually caught into that really early. Me and my friends, we were trying to create a dating sim game. And we had all this idea and shit, never went anywhere like a lot of fucking projects we had. I hate that it didn't go anywhere. I'm speedrunning this shit. By the way, I got all of them, but I still want to try to finish this section right here. I kinda understood how you get the other key. The other key is fucking useless if that's the case. R1. I never played a dating sim. A dating sim is just like a novel, right? It's just like a novel. This is I got was text-based much game. You know, the only difference between those two is actually having stats in the game, right? So if you played Persona and you have those social stats, it's a fucking dating sim, boy. So here's how you solve this one, apparently. Okizame. That's it? No. Because I don't believe that this is the way to do it. But the hammer doesn't help in this situation right here. So I'm trying to check if I didn't miss the. So yeah, I had an idea for a game that would have been a dating sim. Sadly, I could not execute it. Just recently, people are announcing games that look like something that the final product would have been in my fucking mind. Because I was thinking about something like a third-person Doom style game, right? Now we have 2 doors, but one of them is only open on one side. We come back here, get the nugget, doesn't need that door anymore. Go out all the way back. You know what I hate about games nowadays? When they give you a hint that basically solves the puzzle in the character's voice. That shit is annoying, boy. Maybe I should use the nugget to actually break the glass to get the. There's no way this is not the answer. I'm sorry. I cannot believe. Boom. Get the fucking key. That's it. Maybe the answer is to jump here and kick it so my hurt box can actually get the fucking key. Explain to me how this is not the answer for this one. I have first person view? God damn. Okay, so the only other response that I can get to this is this. I understood. The answer is way stupider than that. Shit, you got you gotta use it as a fucking step. 20k gold to use it as a stairs, boy. That's it, Bugs Bunny. You're right. I'm sorry, I'm not intelligent enough for this shit. There's no way that's not the answer. Hitbox? Bugs, please. Calm down. Hold up. Yeah, this is just unobtainable for no reason. You don't even need that shit. I know you don't need it because this door goes the other way, but I want to do it to get the achievement. Fuck. Yippee! We got him, boys. That's it. We unlock this part. Finally, we have all the rooms. We can do this forever now. Shigeru Miyamoto calling his son stupid for not understanding how to play Mario 64. I have a hard time with Mario 64. I don't know about the camera controls in that game. I tried speed running though. Controlling the camera in that game, holy. It's not that it's bad, it's just that I'm bad with 3D cameras. You can see it by this game, right? Yeah, I got all of them. That puzzle is useless. I love how useless that puzzle is.
Great. Just perfect. You have completed this level.
The greatest escape.
Let me save your position.
My favorite Mario game is Sunshine because
Hi. Yeah,
of
goodbye,
the
Mario.
sound when he gets electrocuted. You know, I really like Mario the Third. That's it. I like Mario 3. I also like Mario vs. Donkey Kong on DS. And I think I could get into Mario versus the Mario. It's actually a Donkey Kong game, the original Donkey Kong. The original Donkey Kong is really cool too.
Get 5 of these objects to receive a clock symbol.
Oh my fucking god, it's invincible! Okay. My fault, OG. What? Talking about Mario versus Donkey Kong. Wait. Come back here. It's another spider, man. Oh, is that Bugs Bunny time travel? Yes. Oh yeah, I remember this creepy dude. Yeah, I never played this game. Actually, I played when I was a kid, but I could never finish the tutorial because I was too bored. Hello? What? And I just clicked on this one. I hate when I lose a layer when I draw. You know what I hate when I realize that all my drawings are made in the same fucking layer. You don't have the super jump ability. Can I glitch this shit out? Nope. Especially when I'm animating. When I'm animating, it's just absurdly. This was my Dark Souls as a kid. I don't have the super jump ability. I'm trying to think games that I thought was really difficult when I was a kid. Not bragging about it, but a lot of my friends actually called me to finish their games, so. Oh yeah, fucking Driver! The first Driver with the tutorial mission that you gotta understand what the fuck a car does? And even then, I actually finished that tutorial, and then I went to the game. Kind of got lost, didn't have a memory card, didn't felt like understanding the tutorial again. I like 40 Wings Silent Bomber, Soul of the Samurai on the PS1. From my childhood games. My childhood games were, for the PS1, Medal of Honor. I think the name is Brotherhood. The one that where the guy dies at the start is really fucking cool. I'm super interested in first-person shooters that you don't have the second analog. So PS1, right? Actually, you know which video I really wanted to make? Let me make Bugs Bunny faces. I really wanted to make a DS lobby for Call of Duty. And everybody playing on the DS. The only problem with that, I came over to Twitch since YouTube was being a jerk. So what's up, Cotton Brandy? I really wanted to get everybody to, like, what? Can I, 12 people with DS's and do a lobby of Call of Duty and a bunch of other games that were ported to the DS? Here's the problem. To actually get, like, footage from a DS, you gotta import a fucking graphics card from China. Yeah, that would be fucking sick. And there are a lot of games that you can play multiplayer 30 people that shouldn't be on the DS, but they are. I mean, the Call of Duty lobbies on the DS, y'all don't remember. And I think the maps on the maps on the DS are actually smaller versions of the real versions of the. I don't have the super jump, I know, but can I solve anything in this fucking game? God damn it, Bugs. We just solved the puzzle, by the way, Brick Boy. We just solved the puzzle that it didn't give us nothing. A super difficult puzzle to understand, and then you understand it and you don't get nothing. I was to port on the DS. I wanted it so bad. You know, since I bought my PS1 and my PS2, and that was when I was a really little kid, my family actually bought me the GBA and a NDS at the time. I also bought my Wii when I was 12 years old. What's up with the lampshade? It's interesting because every other one is made directly on the texture. Second floor. You know, if it wasn't for jailbreaking on the DS, I wouldn't play anything in that fucking console. Some of the best games I played, like, there's no copies around. Holy shit. The camera is locked. I don't think I should be doing all of this, so let's see what's going on here. By the way, the auto jump when this shit breaks saves you every time. Just walk forward. You don't have the playing piano ability. I actually don't. God fucking damn it, Bugs Bunny. We are really disappointed in you. Why are we paying for your... Oh no. Bugs, why are we paying for your classes if you're not good enough to play the fucking piano? Look at that. Look at that. No way. Was that a handbrake, boy? I got a PSP for $5 of a kid back in the day. I couldn't get a DS of anyone, no matter how hard I tried. Well, at least you got a... The PSP was fucking great also. I sometimes with my friends, I actually try to argue that the PSP was better than the DS. And I get shut down. You know? They have good arguments, I guess. Some PS1 games are cryptic as hell. I played Tenkanska. Is that a Japanese name? And was so frustrated with it. And even, I think it's even, a point and click adventures. Not my cup of tea. I played the Tiny Toons adventures when I was a kid. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Okay, so I don't have the music ability, so it's over. And I cannot just jump in there, right? Yeah, straight jump. I got picked for having a PSP. It was the Darth Vader on it. Good shit. You know, that's good, Cotton. That's actually good, Cotton Brandy. You don't even know how good that is. Because that kid that sold you for $5, he was getting picked on. So you got a fucking deal. And people say bully doesn't do nothing for the society. Excuse me? You ever heard about the $5 deal? For a PSP? My friend got me a 3DS for $50. So yeah, and the way he got a extra 3DS because he already had one, he went to Japan in a airline, and for some reason when he got to Europe, they were giving for his flight only 3DS to every passenger. So, fuck, man. So yeah, now I have a 3DS, a European 3DS for some reason. Only for people that are going to Japan in fucking 2013. I recently met. Was it you? No, it wasn't. But I met somebody that got the Shakira PS2 from Coca-Cola. Who was that in chat? You got a photo with Shakira in a PS2 out of her? That's crazy. I only wanted a kiss. I actually bought a Nintendo DS not long with the games Spectros. Yeah, I like Spectros. Did you play the Wii version also? The Wii version is really cool too. My dad sold my DS. Probably. Wait, hold up. Oh no, you said it was off a kid. But yeah, my dad sold my original DS, all my saves and shit, because he wanted money for crack. But crack is not $5, so shit happens, man. Shit happens. But since he stole my DS, my family bought it back for me. So, and that was years later, actually. I complained so much about the decision. Cause you know we knew he got sticky hands. Why we let him get, you know, full access to our houses? Something that I wonder to this day. I love crack. I'm trying to understand what's going on. He actually lost life in some of these interactions. Maybe I should wait for a bomb, get the bomb. Yeah, I gotta throw the bomb really, really fast and lose my health. It's basically a trade damage for... Kick them? Nope. The camera fucked me up right there. Camera. My brother did that with my Game Boy Advanced. He's told to trade for Wii. To be honest, I think he got a better deal than my dad. He probably got trash weed. My dad probably got trash cocaine, right? But at least coke is coke.
Some stuff behind you.
Thanks, Moyle.
Thank you, Breaky. Yo, there's still 3 clocks. Oh yeah, I don't have the music and the jump. So... $30? Pirates? I need 40. I cannot pause. Let's go to the pirates and see. I didn't mind that much. My brother was the only reason I even got to play the games because damn! That's interesting, to be honest. $28? And I still don't have the jump. 28. The first one is 30. The Stone Age is 35. This game has a lot of charm. Yeah, 1 clock. It's missing 2 clocks right here. But 2 clocks would put me in 30. And not 35. The pirate level was my favorite. I enjoyed the bank one. Just because the theme was really going for me. The problem with it is the platforming is so... Wait, what? I remember doing this, but can I hop in there? Up there? Okay. Free Glock. Camera. Okay, alright. Boop. I actually got my memory card stolen from me, so one of my pseudo friends, I guess. It's kind of sad. That's exactly why I never beat GTA on the PS2. Did you guys play Eco on the original PS1 on the on system?
Thanks, Moyle.
I'm just asking because recently, you know, I was seeing some people discuss if something around the lines that if the PS1 was better than the PS2. And one of the arguments was that the original lineup for the PS1 is better than the PS2. Than basically the library. Not even the lineup, it's the library. Meaning the top of the top of the PS1 is better than the top of PS2. And I don't know about that, right? If I'm being honest, I don't know about that. Boxes can be lifted. What does it give me this? Oh shit. No, it cannot. There's no way they expect me to get a box and backtrack this Oh shit. Secret.
Great.
A remake of this game would have been awesome. I see. But you know, nowadays with how much they want me to pay for everything, like, yeah, you know.
Good, but you...
There was a recent remake of a game that was really pissed off. Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Old Days Collection, something like that. which are all the GBA games. And they just put the absurd price tag on that shit and ran with it. $80 clocks. Gruntilda? $250. 73. Really broken number. 65. What's up, Doc? What's cooking, Doc? You know what's Bugs Bunny's cooking?
Ooh.
Talk your shit, Bugs.
Hey, what's cooking, Zsa Zsa?
Zsa Zsa? Rabbit stew?
Rib?
We start with a boss rush. Nah. She got filtered by Bugs Bunny shenanigans.
Get 10 of these objects to receive a clock symbol.
Boop. Forgotten was beware of the witch. Another loading screen. That's it? What's this? Oh, we'll figure out. Marilyn Monroe.
Sorry, I can't help now. Witch Hazel has stolen my magic cookbook. Bring it back. I'll be glad to help you.
great.
Yeah, I was thinking about that shit is not even pee, I think it's puke. Calm down, boy. Holy shit.
Gotcha.
Because think about it. You know, maybe somebody with a long ass, you know. Because that shit is too low to be the... Oh, that's how. I killed that woman. How? Okay. Calm down. Got yourself. It's a Doom world, it could be anything. If this was your crib, would you really, like, sleep this way? I would much rather go that way. You know? Let's investigate deeper. Oh yeah, that she's also a woman. Or maybe this guy is a woman.
Marvelous. You've brought back my magic.
I don't sleep on a bed.
Now, let's
God damn, you poor.
I can teach you a magic.
we gotta. Oh, hold up.
Hello, travel hair.
Hello.
Say Ali Ali Oxenfree over this symbol and you'll be able to jump to a higher...
Okay, we got the new upgrade. That's nice. You sleep just on the mattress. Just to check, since we've respawned him. I sleep on the floor? Huh. I have my Japanese friend, right? His family came from Japan and all of that. They call it a futon. It's basically the floor, but you put a blanket on it. For more tips, follow and subscribe. Yeah, that's culture, man. That's culture. Destroyed? Your back must be perfect, by the way. Perfectly straight. Too straight, even. To be honest, I fuck with it. You ever seen those guys that there's a It's an American guy and there's a Japanese Yakuza guy. And they cook in the most despicable home ever. That shit is dirty. Like, really dirty. With music? Oh, fuck. Those videos are really entertaining. They cooking the like they trying to cook some fancy stuff. They only got a air fryer. They get a fucking crab. They open the crab. They throw in the air fryer. The air fryer be saving people's lives. Whoever thought about that shit, he saved humanity. Yeah, I never had my back hurt. People who have backaches, like, obviously, yeah. You also eat with your hands. I used to do that. My family came from the middle of nowhere where they actually do that shit. Ramparts. Let me see. The Royal Castle. It's crazy how this game you can actually feel the devs are improving in their, you know, coding and whatever. Because now the game became straight up crazy. It's not linear anymore. Out of nowhere, the game just it's not. Ooh. Yeah, the game is not linear anymore. It's absurd. Really? One row? This is the worst enemy I've ever seen in a fucking game. One row, it's over. Oh. Okay. Just checking off screen. There's no way it's this like normal. You don't have the fan upgrade. That's crazy. Get out of the button, man. You don't have the fan ability. Okay. I kind of like the backtracking, but I don't like the way the powers are made. I wish it was more like Crash Bandicoot. Ignore entirely the platforming. Mario 64? Bowser Castle? This platforms. Oh no. Actually, Mario 64. Okay. My fault, though, G.
Great.
You know, that's what I think is wrong with modern games. They kind of they base themselves in such a weird, like, games cannot be, not, the word is not basic, I'm not saying that, but the basic elements of the design are not explored as much because they gotta create something, an artificial design above the original game, so they can say it's kinda different. This game is just about platforming, and it has some powers, but if the powers had more to do with the game, it would actually become a way more boring game. I enjoy the simplicity. Oh god. Well.
Great.
Why don't I throw myself at lava? Because when I lose carrots, the next character I pick up will replenish my health instead of going for my bank. And I can buy golden carrots with 99 carrots.
In the name of the king.
This lava looks very edible. You can always do it in one time.
Ouch! Ouch!
Yeah, I didn't get the back shot.
Ouch!
He's stinky as shit. Oh my god. Remembers me of Mandudo broth. Wait, there's another one? Oh. Already got it.
Great.
Holy shit! 15 clocks on this stage? This game is really, really big. Medieval times.
Good, but you left some stuff behind you.
That's why this character comes up and tries to tell you.
Let me save your position.
Yeah. I thought this game would have been smaller, actually. Wait, it's already, holy shit. Guys, I gotta go. Oh my god. This was supposed to be like a 2-hour stream. I'm 30 30 already. Guys, thank you for watching. Love you all. Thank you for any follows, comments. Bye bye. I'll come back.